Hey everybody, how's it going? Let's talk about your home recording studio. It's been a while, hasn't it? Yeah, sorry about that. So gonna kind of get back in the groove a little bit, and let's start with a small video about a small product that I actually like a whole lot. Whenever you're using your headphones and you finish mixing, you finish tracking, whatever, I don't know, what do you do with your headphones when you take them off? I used to just sit them on top of my desk. And over time, as you kind of acquire more gear, or if you're just kind of a slob like me, you start to run out of room on your desktop for stuff. And so the headphones are just one more thing to take up room, have more footprint on your desk. So I looked around to find something that I could hang my headphones on and get them off the desktop. So that's when I came across this little fella here. This is the Hengja, I think I'm pronouncing that right, from Brainwavz. And what it is a little clamp that you can clamp onto a desktop, and it has a little mount so you can hang your headphones on it. Now this one in particular is all metal construction. It's actually really high quality metal from what I can tell. I like this one so much I bought another one actually. So let's take a quick look at it and see what all we can do. Okay, so you can see this thing has a couple of adjustments on it. We have a hex screw here, and then we have the actual clamp mechanism, which has a flathead for a flathead screwdriver. Now this did actually come with a little tool that was a hex wrench on one end and a flathead screwdriver on the other end. Since I got these, I have since thrown them away because I have way too many Allen wrenches laying around. With an Allen wrench and a screwdriver, we can install it, we can adjust it, and we can get it in position and everything. So let's take a look real quick. So I'm actually on my back porch here. It's a beautiful day, so I figured I'd do a little back porch recording today. So if you'll notice in its default size and configuration here, so this is just a regular patio table, so that there's nothing back up under here. This thickness of the table is only for the rim of the table, and as you can see, as it comes by default, it's just not big enough to accommodate this and clamp on. So that's why they include this little adjustment right here. With an Allen wrench or a hex wrench, you can loosen this guy. I say that, and my goodness, he's on there good. And so if you loosen him, now that allows this piece to rotate, and it also allows this piece to rotate to a certain degree. So you can actually mount it horizontally, like if, well, let me get it loose enough to do so. And so if you have maybe not a desktop to mount it on, but maybe you have like a leg of something, like the leg of your desk, or a support to a shelf or something, you could hang it like that. But also what loosening that screw allows you to do is adjust the height. Well, I say that. There we go. Allows you to adjust the maximum height of the clamp mechanism here. It doesn't really go super thick, but for our purposes here, like it would allow us to just barely clamp it onto this thing. So let me cinch this back down. Oh my goodness, it all kind of came apart on me here. Let's get them cinched back down here. There we go. So that feels, well, no, it did feel nice and sturdy. I think that's pretty good right there. Let's give it just one extra. Give it the old steroid jerk here. There we go. Kind of made them a little off center. Yeah, not the easiest adjustment to make, is it? But hey, there we go. We got our extra little height here. So now it'll actually fit on here. So if I wanted to clamp it in place, just screw it right in like that. Now, again, since this is not a solid surface it's not this thickness for more than maybe a 1/4 of an inch or 1/3 of an inch here. So it's not the best surface to clamp it on. So here's a couple of shots of how I'm using mine in my studio right now. As you can see, I have to put mine in a bit of an awkward spot because My desk is much thicker than the maximum thickness adjustment of this thing. My desk is, I think, over 2 inches thick. Yeah, and this thing adjusts to a maximum depth of about 1.5 inches. So a 2-inch desk is just going to be too thick. There's no way to adjust it to get it to work. But you can see that you can comfortably hang a pair of headphones on it. In this case, it's a pair of Sennheiser HD 380 Pros. And also, since I don't have any other place to hang them, I can also use this to hang my patch cables. And the depth here of this is just thick enough so I can hang a pretty good fistful of patch cables and still fit a pair of headphones on there. It's a little janky, but it works. But yeah, other than that, all metal construction. There's the only thing that's not metal is there is a small rubber pad to protect the top of your desktop surface from metal clamping on it. So as I was fastening it onto this kind of awkward surface, this patio table here, this actually bent outwards as I was securing this thing upwards to clamp it down. To compensate, the metal was actually just bending outward. Not indestructible by any means, but it's still metal, it's still solid, sturdy, and for most practical applications, it's going to work really well. Brainwavz also offers a couple of other models. They have like a dual headphone hanger that can fit underneath your desktop. So if you don't want to deal with something kind of protruding out, you're going to whack your knees on it or trip over it or hit your shins on it or something, and you want to hang 1 or 2 sets of headphones underneath your desktop, they have a model for that as well. That's pretty cool. They also have a couple of other models for other various applications. Honestly, I think they're pretty cool. I just wanted to do kind of a quick product spotlight on them here. These retail for about $15 in the US, and I guess it's up to you whether or not for $15 it's worth having something that looks good, that works pretty well. You could also go to Home Depot and probably spend about $1.50 on a hook or a bracket or something like that and secure that to the edge of your desk or underneath your desk or something. If you're not much of the do-it-yourself type, I think this is actually a pretty good option. All right, well, hey, I think that's about everything for me this time around. I look forward to seeing you next time. All right, take it easy.